Hello, hello. Welcome again, my friends, to WinSouls TV. This is your host, Jeff Thomas, and we have a great topic today. Hope you got your popcorn ready. Hope you got your Takis ready. Hope you got your water ready. We don't drink Coke around here. Now, let's jump right on into it. So the message for today has to do with moving forward in your life. If we do not move forward, then majority of the time we are staying in place or we are looking at things of the past. Looking at things of the past is okay to review them in retrospect. It's okay to analyze the things that you can do better so that you can continue moving forward. And the next time that specific situation happens, then you can doing something differently the next time, the thing that you have planned in your mind after looking in retrospect to how you handled it in the past. There will be people that literally will enter your life to simply just to waste your time. Simply just to waste your time. And a lot of the times, us as Christians, we become stronger with God. We develop a very strong relationship with Him. And a lot of the times we want to help. We want to help. Now, I'm speaking for myself. I'm a very strong helping type of person. I'm an extreme giver. I love giving to people. So a lot of the times we want to help and we feel like we're able to help. We see somebody down, but my mentor told me a long time ago, and I didn't get this until later in life. He told me you will not be able to help everybody. And I was just baffled by that. I was so arrogant in my own mind thinking that, oh yeah, I can help anybody and everybody. Well, slightly, that's the truth. Just by a little bit though. You can only help those who want to help themselves, right? And bad company corrupts good morals, as the word says. What does that mean? Simply put, imagine yourself standing on a chair. Imagine yourself standing on a chair. Now you're standing on the chair and you're on the top of the chair and you're doing your best. You're working your butt off. You have a relationship with God. You are moving forward passionately the way that the Lord would have you move. And then here comes somebody else that's standing on the floor. So they're standing below you. And I'm not saying that they're below you in status or in stature or in spiritual standing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is at their point in life, they are a weaker Christian or may not even be a Christian at all. They are still living in the world. They still have the same mindsets that the world foists upon us, that simply put, those things are not biblical. So you trying to help this person, and now imagine this, you guys have locked hands, right? Now it's a lot harder for you to pull that person up to the chair, lifting their whole body weight in order to put them in that chair, right? But it's a lot easier for them to just pull you and just rip you off of that chair. You'll fall off immediately. Immediately. Now, another concept is you guys have locked hands and then you're trying to help the person, but then they're willing to go with you. They're willing to go with you. So they take a step up on top of the chair to where you are. You see? So with that said, what am I saying with all of this? If the person is willing to move forward, then yes, by all means, pour into that individual. Pour into that individual. But if the person is not willing to move forward and just wants to stay where they are, then you remember this, that you are not the provoker of all change. The Lord is. The Lord is providing the change in their life. The Lord is stroking their heart. The Lord is changing their mind. So with that said, yes, the Lord can use you, but He will not have you used in a certain way to where it pulls you away from Him. You see what I mean? And so if that's the case, then you have a little bit of thinking to do. And I see a lot of that in relationships. I know that I've been in relationships that were completely uneven. I'm all the way up here trying to soar with the Lord, and then my significant other or my girlfriend at the time, was just down here and content being down there. But because of the simple fact that I literally wanted to help her, I stuck around, and it pulled me away from the relationship that I had with the Lord. And it took some quiet time, some prayer, and some fasting, and getting rid of those types of individuals in my life in order to grow beyond that, in order to get back that relationship that I had with the Lord, that tight-knit relationship. A lot of us form Christians, and just people that aren't Christians at all, you might be attracted to that individual. Maybe their physical appearance, or the way that they think, or the way that they speak, or their status, or whatever it is. You may be attracted to them. And because of the simple fact that you want them around you as a Christian, you want that person around you, you may start to justify in your mind reasons why you want to keep that person around. You see? But at the same time, also keep in mind that you are married to the Lord before you can ever marry anybody else, or you are married to the Lord before you get into any type of relationship with anybody else. And if that person is not willing to move along with you in that relationship with the Father, then you got to let them go. That's it. Cut them loose. Snip, snip, bye-bye. That's it. Because your relationship with the Father should be the utmost relationship that you have ever had. Far further and deeper and stronger than your parents, than anybody in your family, your mentors, your brothers, your sisters. Your relationship with the Lord should be the strongest. And one last final thought. A lot of people, and I mentioned this before, lukewarm Christians especially, and people that aren't Christians at all, they're living out in the world. They're living promiscuous lifestyles. They're drinking. They're smoking. All of these specific things, and you're over here set aside in God's holiness, which means set apart for God's purposes. And you're sitting over here in His holiness, and you're moving and you're pursuing Him, and then you invite this person into your life. The word says this. It says harlotry, which is having sex with multiple partners. Wine and new wine basically work effectively to bring you out of your spiritual state. It says that it weakens the mind, and it says that it weakens your spiritual relationship with the Lord, and that is Hosea 4:11. And so if that is the case, you inviting someone into your life that is doing those specific things, and you're not about that, it's not going to mix. You see what I'm saying? Something has to give. Either that person is going to pull you off of that chair, which is your relationship with the Father, or you're going to pull them up with the Father stroking their heart, moving them, and their willingness to move toward Him. You see? Majority of the time, it's Christians being pulled down. So keep that in mind. If you want that spiritual, strong relationship with the Lord, you have to be careful in order to maintain it. And by being mindful in terms of who you invite into your house and who you invite into your life. You guys be blessed. Have a good one.